Oh snap, welcome back to YouTube.
The fuck? But anyway.
I gotta have fun, Dan. Fun in these.
Okay, we're going to another episode when the reader try to control your work. Or
If only
try to
we
control
ended
your
these
book.
fucking videos.
It'll be epic, but I'm not doing that till about next year.
Well, 6 months from now, but it's all good.
Nah, yeah, but it's hard to edit something.
I'll be editing the fucking videos, you know that in 6 months.
This is too many people.
6 months,
But
I'll
anyway,
be editing the videos, but
this one is about gender swapping and sexuality. Oh my God.
Well, people, they sure love to control your story. Hey, DayShawn, how come Sean Mizuki's male? How come he's not a cisgendered white male? How come he's not a cisgendered non-binary female? Say non-binary female.
Like, why could it be a transgender female?
How come he's not an asexual half alien that also sees himself as a goddamn spaghetti monster?
Yeah, like why Sean isn't a Shauna? Like, and then what Sheena, she could have been a Sheen. Like, okay, why she could be the main character? Why Sean gotta be the main character? Like, you can get hit with this all the time, man. Or like, why, let's say for instance, let's say one hit love interest, let's say it's a Sheena Madarame. Why could it be his character, Johnny Graves?
Why not? Why?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, it's like with Naruto. They were mad because Naruto didn't end up with Sasuke.
Well, actually, to be fair, they were mad that he didn't end up with Sakura Harino, like how the English speakers say her name.
You know, fucking her name up.
Sakura Haruno. Like, who the fuck is that?
Like Naruto, motherfucker. But
or Sasuke.
Man, they be fucking people's names up. But anyway, back to the topic though. They gonna when you write a book, people gonna be asking you these questions too. Like, so why can't your main character be in love with a transgender woman? What you gotta say? They not people. You discriminating against them. You was sitting there like.
Do you remember that status you put up on Facebook?
What's that? Oh, that one right there. You talking when I did? You like
when you didn't mention them.
Oh yeah, like for instance, this status was saying we gotta keep a strong black couple because if you don't keep a strong black couple, this will happen. They were like a black man with a white girl, and then you see two girls messing with each other, but that was like in the middle. The black man and the white girl like literally at the end. I'm gonna ignore the middle part, but I don't see anything matter with
interracial relationship.
Yeah, I was saying that. Like, what, you saying that you don't like gay relationship, DayShawn? Like, you see that, man? I thought you were a different type of person. And that, I didn't say shit, but yeah, they were just cussing me out, though.
Now, there's a key thing about his story, and it is, people are fucking crazy with this, like, I said this, like, in the last video, did these come out, like, every week, right? Like, last week, or, well, whatever, in the last video, and
I can't put them back to back, but like a couple of days apart.
Okay, but like in the last video, you sort of saw that people are irrational when it comes to this kind of thing of gender and what's going on, because nowadays people think that there are literally 76 genders. They literally believe that.
There's only 2.
Of course, there's only 2, but if you say that, then they're like. If you say that, they say that you are.
They got male or female on everything. Set male, female. They got.
But honestly, we get this whole thing now of like we have all these gender talks. Simply for the reason that they feel as that you need to have a binary male, a non-binary male, a fucking non-binary, which is you just whatever, like whenever the fuck you wake up in the morning. Or most likely, they kind of have the asexuals, the pansexuals.
Or that one guy said he just want to be a dragon.
I mean, again, people are taking this gender thing to like a whole new level. Only because it's to this point now to where that it's just getting out of control, and it's this thing where now we get hit with this whole thing of Should my character be this? Should my character be that? Now, honestly, whenever I make a brand new character, it's always a challenge just trying to pick his race. Of him either being Indian, Asian, do I want him to be black, do I want him to be white, do I want him to be Celtic? Something of those natures.
That and race in here too. That don't be in the title.
Of course, but still, even with that, you understand. So, nobody there is really going off about the race. Really.
That's what they do. Let me dive into this. Mizuki, Sean and Sheena are brown characters on the cover. They're brown. But due to the fact that they got a pointy nose and you can't see no lips, because most anime characters you can't see their lips, so they look white because you can't see their nose and you can't see that they ain't got a wide nose. This motherfucker got a pointy nose right there, pointy. My shit is wide, so
not making sliced diamonds with my shit.
But anyway,
I gotta make a joke out of it somehow, dude.
But not every black person have like a wide nose like mine. Some are pointy, some are fat and round. Some are saggy.
Some of them are flat.
Yeah, all right. But the thing is though about people in Mizuki, they're not even human. They some type of draggy human hybrid thing. They're not human though. I don't feel like they disclose their actual what the fuck they are.
They don't need to know that. They can pick that shit up and read about it, or fucking and just whine about it.
They're not human. So that's the thing. Okay, you on the fact that you ain't got no black person here. You should have dreadlock. Sheena, she should have some type of sew-in, or perm. What the fuck?
At the end of the day, all this stuff.
I guess your people gonna have a mohawk, man. You gotta have a mohawk, man.
You mean, man,
a mohawk braid with a taper.
You mean, man, those say, man, you mean the shit, man, that look like they got turkey meat up on top of their head.
The trife look? Yeah, that shit there too.
Or they try, man, be Super Saiyans now.
That's taco meat. But you said turkey meat.
It's beautiful, but still,
man, you can't win. Or like Ibar, for instance, I can always continually keep bringing this book into this. At least he is Puerto Rican. Why she not a black girl?
Because you don't need to be a black girl.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, why? Okay, mine the only black girl in there. You need to put more black girls in there. Where all the black guys at? God, and then most of the cast are black guys. Mm-hmm. Most of them, besides Lorenzo, he's Puerto Rican, but Cortez is a half black guy. Everybody else black. So when you saying black women, you gotta have these Arabic bitches running around.
Now that's what I said in the first video with them.
White bitches.
Remember that thing, man? I said in the last video of people when they see you doing stuff in your story, they kind of assume that you're kind of throwing your own views in there of basically saying, well, since Maya is the actual black girl who actually kind of has who kind of has a story at the moment in the story. They say they would assume up and down that you just hate black women, even though that's not the case. It's just a character.
You already gotta put race into things all the time.
If it's not race, it's gender. And also for my whole thing, man, with gender is that if anybody has played Assassin's Creed Syndicate, they're back when that game was coming out, there were news articles talking about there's gonna be a transgender character in the game, and this is that. They play a big ass part in the story. Well, let me let you in upon a little spoiler. They don't do shit, okay? They are just another character in the story who sends you on missions, and you never see them ever again. That's basically how that shit goes. Now, does that necessarily mean that that's a bad thing or anything? What I'm saying is that it's a very different thing from how people were actually complaining about Doctor Strange, or them taking the ancient one out, who was a Chinese mystic or a Tibetan mystic. I can understand that for the most part, But then you look at something which that is being created. You can make whatever the fuck you want. If I want all my people to be cat people like in SWAT cats, I say I can fucking do that if I want. Because again, there is no source material that I'm going off of, and I can make pretty much whatever I want.
Yeah. But then you might ask me how come it? Because I didn't want that to happen in my book. Or how you you brought up that
the Doctor Strange thing.
Doctor Strange, they brought up the Walking Dead thing with what name, Diana. Denise. Yeah, when Denise got shot in the eye, like you should kill off the lesbian from lesbian.
My favorite couple in the story.
My favorite couple in the story, man. She was empowering. How dare they? They hate lesbians or. When Aaron got his ass beat, they hate gays. Why he ain't beat up Rick? Why he have to beat up Aaron? Because he was gay?
No. Because Rick is the fucking leader. Why the fuck they beating up the goddamn leader, man, when basically he has it in with Negan? So why the fuck, man, would they do that? And also, on top of that, too, people who say that, they really didn't read the Walking Dead comics. Because, again, for me to look at the comics and then watch the TV series, there have been a lot of changes, like, within those two. Because, again, Denise actually was with Heath in the comics, but then they switched it and then they put her with Tara in the TV series just so they could have a gay couple. Or another one, a lesbian couple. And I think about that, and it's like...
They never actually had no type of build-up to a gay couple. They just
I was just going to say that. Because, again, like, because there's also another thing, man, that I don't like about this whole gender thing, or better yet, like, how they do relationships. Now, I can go deeper into this, like, in another video, but I will sort of allude to something here, and that is... Wallace Wells from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is by far the...
I do got sexuality in here, so you can actually talk about it.
He is the best gay character to ever pop up in, like, recent media. Because, again, he's just a person. He is not somebody who basically comes in...
And be flamboyant as hell?
Well, he's not even flamboyant. When he's with his boyfriends, he acts as if he's with just somebody else. He's not, like... He's not rubbing his hand, man, like in a chest and shit. He's not fucking trying, man, to hold hands. His whole thing is they're in the bed with him.
As if he was a female.
Like,
you gotta say that. You can't say, trying to be a woman. Whatever the fuck that is.
I don't fucking know. People say people in their weird ass sentence structure, but still, like, he's just a character. Now, honestly, see, I can say that for Tara to a point. I can say that with Denise to a point. To say the same thing with Aaron, but when it comes down to their relationships, there's no build-up. And just like how with the whole Legend of Korra thing, with them saying, well, yeah, Korra and Asami, that they're gonna be a couple now. I hate how they do gay relationships because there's no build-up to it. It's just I saw you and we're a thing now. At least for Wallace, it wasn't like, okay, he has like a strange boyfriend. It was just, I'm just fucking somebody.
Homosexuality in there, that doesn't make no sense. Go ahead.
Wallace's thing was, I'm just fucking these dudes, or they're fucking me, whatever. And then like, he has his flings and then he breaks them off. Okay, cool. But then you have Asami's thing, or like Korra and Asami, and it's like, what was the build up there?
That, and then another thing is, if I did Trishan with, like, swap your gender out, male with girl,
what
would that change? Besides that, instead of Ashina being his love interest, Johnny be his love interest because he's a girl. Or like, if I made, like, his love interest another dude, okay, just another dude, what do that prove? What do that change? It don't change anything. You know what I'm saying? It don't make the story better. It just
the only thing it does is pull up, man, the conversation of the most obvious conversation, which is either the prince is marrying a commoner, or the princess is marrying a commoner, or most likely it's that whole thing of you have the shock value of this person's gay. Well, that doesn't really do anything because, again, just like with the Walking Dead thing of them beating on Aaron, they didn't beat on Aaron because he was gay. They didn't even know that he was gay. They beat him because they found that if you watch the fucking episode, they found the fucking note that they didn't throw away. So that's normal. And with the Tara thing, with the Denise thing, as basically Dwight said, I wasn't aiming for you. I was aiming for you. I wasn't aiming for her. I'd say, like, it just veered off course and hit her. So it wasn't like they just did that shit to be mean. It was just
hit. they were powerful, saying like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course, you
like,
do that for the shock value. Like, I get it, okay?
Right.
You do these things for the shock value, but like again, race plays a part within the character.
You got
Doctor Strange,
transgender in your book.
Of course. Well, technically, he's not a transgender.
Well, he's just a cross-dresser.
Of course. I'm still debating if I should make him a transgender woman or not. I'm not necessarily sure. But then again, the thing that
what would that change?
But honestly, the thing that
just a real straight guy.
But honestly, the thing that was doing there was basically, see, I was doing that for comedy because again, he looks just like because he looks just like Xander's girlfriend, Mashira. They're both identical. So it was supposed to be like a comical thing of him just mixing them up like every now and again. And then he was like, what the fuck? You know, shit like that. You know, and like, what's the name, man? Like just playing along with him. You know, sort of like how Poison is. And it was supposed to be something like that. But like, if they look at that and then they read into it, talking about some like, he hates the transgenders because of this and that. And I'm like, I just made that character to basically have fun.
Or this one major thing. Why he with Shira instead of with Simon? You see, what you saying that you too good at that transgender?
Yes.
They said that you discriminate. If you say you don't want to date on you discriminating against. Well, like
we're talking about another video now, but
yeah, it's another video entirely. But let me state this still though. Cause it's still on topic though.
True. And some people say
I'm a straight man. I mean, at the end of the day, I hate to say it. I know I'm probably gonna get held for it.
No, you know.
But at the end of the day,
it's your preference.
Even you get transformed to a woman. Deep down, you still a man.
I mean,
it's gay. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gay.
I mean, no. Here's the real thing, okay?
And I don't have nothing against gay people. One of my best friends, he's gay. A few of my female friends, they lesbians. I don't care about what they do sexually. That's their life. I ain't got nothing against gay people. Just I'm not into that type of shit. This is how I am.
Let me just get in. Let me say this, okay? Transgender women, if you're attractive enough, of course, you know, you get a date, you get whatever, okay, whatever. But here's the problem, is that after a while, we want to have kids. We want to have our own seed. Like we want to have a woman who basically can birth our children. And most people, of course, there's nothing against the transgender people. And like I always say, it's sad that I have to fucking say this, but people are not entitled to love you or like you or want to date you or want to fuck you simply because, you know, like, I'm this and I
that like me. That like you kind of talk to a white girl, she's just not interested. Oh, you racist then? Because you want to date me? You talking about a black guy? Like, it don't work like that, okay?
I mean, again, we're kind of crossing
You understand? You can be the most attractive person in the damn world. Somebody still turn your ass down. This is how the world works.
Which is very true. But
different likes and everything not for everybody.
I mean, again, everybody kind of has their preferences. And
not to mention, you can't force your belief or how you want something to be on somebody else's product. That brings you back on topic right now. Like, I think you should do this and that. That will make me happy. You know, I won't do what makes me happy and do the opposite. Which actually generated sales that people actually like E-Bar.
I mean, again.
Can you imagine?
I'm going to say, I mean, again, which is always goes back.
If Ellen was a lesbian right now at E-Bar, what would that do?
Well, nothing, because she's under the age of 30. So she's under 13. What's to say? That means nothing at this point. She's kind
of bi-curious like a motherfucker.
Like all girls, but that doesn't mean anything other than I have the chance to talk about these things. That does not impact the story one bit. But then again, it's also one of those things where that it's like I understand where you're coming from, but still I have to build something before I can alter it and change it and mold it into whatever you think that it should be. Because again, if I was like 3 books in and then like this stuff is established, what are you talking to me for? And also, if I know what my story is and I have it planned out the way I want it to be planned, or better yet, I can make it flow up off the top of my head just like a freestyler, the way how that I want. I don't need to think about other people coming in talking about this character that they need to be like this or they need to be like that. You're kind of Say you're kind of throwing a monkey wrench in my plan.
Right, like Ibarra got a lesbian and a bisexual girl in it. They're like, where the gay people at? Where the gay man at? Well,
I think it's another thing too. People just judge that they're just impatient.
yeah, like the thing is, they want one gay guy there. Then you do write a gay guy there. He can't be stereotypically gay. You know what they did to that the Killing Joke, Batgirl's friend in the library.
Honestly, I didn't have a problem with his character. He was cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
again,
like Fred from Scooby Doo, but
I mean, again, he was basically a friend of I'm like the Killing Joke thing. Like, listen, the only real thing that will say that basically probably hurt the beginning of that was that it was too short and they moved it along too fast. With the whole thing, man, of Barbara getting in good with Batman, and then they got this dude over there who basically wants her sexually. Of course, that's fine. And then the whole sex with Batman thing. I'm okay with her having sex with Batman because again, it plays into the story somewhat. Okay, at the very least, it works with the story. Now, people can sit there and fucking complain all day of saying that this isn't the Killing Joke, but I'm like, the Killing Joke is a short ass story, which is basically Batman saying, I don't want to kill the Joker because of fighting all this long. And again, I will not censor that thing and say that it should never happen because it was terrible, but it's fun. It's fine.
She was mad because she wondered how they wanted her to be. That's the thing, and that's the problem with it. People always want things their way. I mean, we critique things sometimes because we review anime and shit like that. But when somebody wants you to literally change their gender or character or make them date the same gender
or change actions, man, like in your story to sort of fit their beliefs.
Yeah. It's your story at the end of the day. You got to do what actually make you happy. What you like. You got to put out the product that you want to put out. You can listen to suggestions. Like, I can add a gay character here. You know what I'm saying? Just to make people feel happy, but it still won't change anything about your character. I won't change my whole gender of my character or make my character interested in a transgender male or like Allie just decided to date a damn stud or something.
You gotta plan these things in advance, or at least. Like,
why she ain't date a stud? Why she gotta date a film?
I mean, I'm gonna be real. You and me, we are not your typical writer, meaning that we don't outline and we don't plan shit ahead of time, or at least most of the time. We plan out big ass events.
Besides Mizuki,
we say even in Mizuki, we plan out the big events, but like the road leading to that, we don't plan that shit out. We just go. Say like we hop in the car and we just go, and then when we get to that destination, cause we plan out the course, and we just fucking go. But most people, when they want to plan out their stories and shit, and then they try and bounce these suggestions up off of people out there who basically tell them you shouldn't have this in your story or you shouldn't have that in your story. People who have no experience when it comes to writing stories, or they haven't even dabbled in it. You kind of wonder, it's like, what kind of advice are these people giving you to actually affect your product in the end? Because again, if I took my story out there, man, to anybody else, I guarantee that they probably, man, would have had a problem with the whole religious subtext in my story. The thing, man, that has something to do with ghosts. The whole thing, man, of me burying a girl out there in the woods and doing, man, like some type of satanic ritual and shit. They probably, man, would have said like that. This story goes against their beliefs, and you shouldn't even write it. You shouldn't be thinking that way. You should write like a good story that has something to do with children. And you wonder how that a good idea. It probably could have been a good idea. It could have been executed perfectly. But then you get these inexperienced people who basically just talk from their emotions, or basically from ignorance, and then just say like, we don't want you to do this.
In this case, what you mean?
Or they just be like, I just don't like that because, I mean, like, you got that, like, man, from so many girls talking about the beginning of Ibarra. I can't read that, and I don't think any other woman would do that.
I could read that. To be honest with you, D. Crystal, if I read
people.
your book, and you know I just pick it up, I'll put it right down after I read that scene. But you bought the book, right? Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You can burn that bitch for all I care. You bought it. So,
for those of you out there who reached this part of the video, it's basically one of those things with you don't gotta be the best, you don't gotta be the fastest, you don't have to have the best vocabulary. The only thing you need is just to do what feels right. And if it feels right to basically have a story where that you want to just have, or at least you want to make something like The Witcher that only has one race in it, and it's like in Poland or something, or it's like in China, and you just want to write your fucking story and it has something to do with that, well then you're fine. I mean, sure, you're gonna run into the occasional idiot who basically calls you racist because it's a Polish game that only has white folks in it.
Like, man, you don't like, man, what's going on, man? You don't like write about black people, man? Why all you gonna give it to white? Because they're not even colored in.
Because
why
it's a fucking Poland. What do you think?
No, like Mizuki, you know, our illustration, they're not colored in because I don't want to put a colored, you know, illustration in there because make the book cost more money. I ain't trying to make the book cost more money.
Yeah, I know. They're stupid with that shit. So you know.
But anyway.
I mean, it's real. It's terrible, but I mean, like, it's a very touchy subject. But I think we just sort of kind of just take. I mean, like, it took us like nearly a half hour to say this, but honestly, when it comes right down, man, the people trying, man, to control the genders in which that you throw in your story, you really should think. Does it change anything? Does it open up brand new avenues? Does it make the character way more interesting? Does it help them grow?
50 minutes on these type of topics.
I know, but I mean, again, like I think back, seeing like the greatest example of all is Luke from Tales of the Abyss. Okay, now of course we keep calling video games, but still, Luke in the first in Tales of the Abyss was a shitty, fucking spoiled ass prince, right? But then he did something terrible, and then he changed because of it, and he tried, and he tried to learn more and become a more compassionate character. That's fine. But then you think about it, it's like, if I change this gender, then what happens? Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. Like, if they're an asshole, like, in the beginning, and the same thing happens, and his friends react the exact same way, well, at that point, them changing revolves around the writer. It's not their gender that actually kind of changes, like, how they react and do this. Like, their sexuality doesn't change, basically, man, like, the fucking tragic events that make them change their personality. Right. None of that does it, but some people, they think it does. And better yet, it's best to just say, fuck you, I'm gonna write what the fuck I want.
And not to mention, you could be on the top of the world like Luke Cage. Everybody love it. It got everything that black people want. And then you got the white people saying, I feel a little bit, you know, uncomfortable watching it because it's too black.
Well,
you can't win.
Well, at that point, you can't call them racist.
House.
I mean, again, at that point, you can't call them racist.
House.
But then again, like how I did say, like, a lot of
white people. I gotta keep on going. But
you know, well, Jessica Jones. But
well, like a few black people, Jessica Jones.
I mean, even though Jessica Jones is the anti-Nick Cage.
Wait. Nick Cage did have white people in it.
Exactly,
but
it
wasn't important characters.
Exactly, but there weren't enough. I mean, come on, Scarfear, you know. But still, you look at that, and it's like, people, they kind of, I mean, like, white folks. Now, I'm gonna get shit on for this, but like, I think some white folks that low key that they are really racist when it comes to some of these black TV series, or that they are sort of, you know, super assholes like when it comes to like the black TV shows. Because again, the biggest thing that ever happened like a story ever was that they got pissed off at the Hunger Games when the black girl died, and they're like, she was white in the book, and they quoted like, no, she wasn't. She was black in the book too. But you know how that shit goes. It's very difficult to say.
Right.
You know.
But anyway, tell you guys, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And we out of here.
And thank you for watching this video while watching your kids. Goddamn, who fuck all me? Nobody. But please watch this video when you're sipping tea or trying to put your badass kids to sleep.
We out here.